that you know it's not you, you're not crazy. People are actually putting out these videos that are straight contradictions. And I'm starting to believe that it's being done on purpose because they don't want the small channels and the smaller content creators to find any success. So stick around because I'm going to delve into that some more. You've heard them all. Do this one thing, click this one button, make sure you turn this off before you post your video, or 8 things I always do after I upload my video. Make sure you do these too. Is there even 8 of them in that video? You know exactly what I'm talking about. You are going all through YouTube, just like I did, to try and find the tips and tricks that actually work. Well, have you noticed that most of these YouTube experts are also selling a course? So why would they be giving out free advice that actually helps you in their videos if they're turning around and selling that advice for a price, a hefty price? And what value would they be providing to the people who purchase these courses if they're giving out all the good information for free in all of their other videos that are getting tons of views? Are they using clickbait? Well, I'm going to discuss some of the hacks that I have run into, and not just me, but my partner has also run into all of these hacks as we have tried to build our YouTube channels. Now, we have a pact not to mention one another's channel in our videos, and that's just really because we love a little friendly competition. But just know that when I speak to you about these tips or these hacks or anything that I'm referring to in my videos is based on not just my experience and very much my failed experience on YouTube, but also my partner's experience. We compare notes and you get the benefit of things that I have learned the painful, hard way, and also things that he has learned in an excruciatingly painful, hard way as well. So stick around and we're going to cover some of the things that have not worked for me and things that have worked for me, and hopefully this will be helpful for you. So I'm going to talk about a handful of hacks. I'm going to talk about what the hack is and how I tried it, what I did, and what the verdict was. So the first one is posting daily. Now, I have kind of touched on this in the previous video that I did, calling out all of the contradictions on YouTube, and this was one of them. And I personally tried this posting daily, and let me tell you something. It is nearly impossible. You will feel the burnout. You will just end up hating yourself and losing sleep, wondering how many viewers you're going to wake up to, right? How many times did you post a video and then just stared at your screen for the rest of the day or the rest of the night and lost sleep because you were just refreshing and constantly looking for 1 more view or 2 more views? And I can tell you that is not going to fly when you have a small child, as I do. And I was just wasting time looking at my screen, not interacting with my child. And the whole point of this is to learn how to grow a channel and to be able to contribute financially eventually, right? Once a channel is monetized, so that I can spend more time with my family. And here I was just wasting away staring at a screen and ignoring the things that truly mattered, the things that were really important. So I figured out that one of the hacks is not necessarily needing to post every single day. Now, I disagree that you need to only post when you have something amazing, because sometimes what you post may not be 100% perfection. So maybe you're not having the greatest day. I have a couple videos where I'm posting late in the evening, so my voice is a little bit lowered, my energy is a little bit lower, the battery has been running all day, so I'm tired. Maybe my child is sleeping in the next room, so there's definitely some fluctuations in energy. I have the home office to myself today, so I get to speak a little bit louder, and I'm not worried about waking somebody up or someone walking in on me. So I think the takeaway there is post when it's best for you. Film when it's best for you. And if you need to set aside one day and do batch filming where maybe you have a couple ideas scribbled down on a napkin, and some of the best, most financially successful business ideas were scribbled on a cocktail napkin, right? So maybe you have some aha moments that you wrote down and you need to be able to film them, and it's just not realistic to be able to film and or post every single day. So I would say go ahead, maybe even batch film. So you film maybe 2 videos in a day. And then maybe if you have time, you can edit in the evening, and that's a little less loud of an activity, right? You can edit silently sitting on the couch or in your room or what have you. And then you just set aside time for these specific tasks so that you can work them into your schedule, because not everyone is able to just quit their job and start filming and editing 24/7 like it's what they live for. So that's the first thing I wanted to address with you. The next one is thumbnails and titles and clickbait. So you've seen all of these hacks, right? Make sure that whatever your thumbnail is something that draws attention. But what draws attention for one audience or one demographic, or whatever your target may be, is not exactly what works for a different demographic or a different target audience. So this blanket advice or this blanket hack that I have seen and tried isn't going to work for everyone. So right now, my thumbnails that I have found the most success with are the ones where it is a zoomed in picture it's a screenshot from my video, but it's a zoomed in picture of my face, and there has to be some sort of emotion, some emotion on my face, and then of course the 3 to 5 words that are in a big, bold, colorful text. I do have a couple thumbnails where I end up taking a picture. It's not necessarily a screenshot from the video, but it's a picture that day during the video recording process. Also, there are YouTubers who use the auto-generated thumbnail feature on YouTube Studio, where YouTube just picks a moment from their video and it's just a screenshot, and then they go ahead and put a very plain text, and that is also working for them. So this whole idea that it has to be this, centered picture of you with a bold text, it may be working for some videos, and at the moment it is working for my videos. And I hope you clicked on it and you're still here because you are gaining some sort of value from my video. But keep in mind that that is not going to work for everyone, and it may not necessarily work for you. So now we're on, I think, number 3. So I'm going to spend a little time on this because this is about niching down. And I briefly addressed this in my other video because it's something that I really struggled with. I really struggled with it because I wanted to vlog about my daily life. For example, I'm a lawyer by day and I moonlight as a painter, but I'm also a mom and I try and maintain a household. Is that really interesting for some people? Yes, I think there are lots of successful daily vloggers that are documenting their daily lives, whether they are painting or there's lots of legal professionals that are, while being respectful to client privilege, they are documenting their lives as legal professionals. There's lots of painters out there who are doing beautiful works of art. There's just something very soothing about watching someone paint or someone create art or someone who is in their element doing something that they love. And there are long form video creators on YouTube who are finding tremendous success with that model. And, and I failed with that model, and it was basically grow or flop, and I flopped. So that didn't quite work for me, and I'm just going to be raw and honest with you that that's not the channel that worked for me. And I'm hoping that you don't have to go through a period of time where you invest a lot of your effort and your energy and your resources to trying to build a channel and then it just simply flops, and it'll just break you, because not only are you putting all of your resources into something that never takes off and never gets off the ground, but then you start the self-loathing and the questioning yourself, and well, is it just not interesting? Is it me? Am I not smart enough? None of those things are the issue. None of those things. The issue is information on the internet and on YouTube that is also just mixed in with a lot of misinformation and bad guidance from people posing as experts or gurus who may very well be experts in their realm, but they're not being honest with you, and they're not giving you the advice that is going to work for everyone. So keep that in mind, and don't forget, this is all an experiment. Some things might work, some things might not work, but you will learn on your journey when to fold, and you'll also know when to keep pushing. So the next one, I think it's number 4, scripting versus just talking. So in this video, for example, I don't have a script, but I do have a very short little bullet list with the hacks that I want to discuss with you today. And then I already know what my little story is, what my little anecdote is, because I lived it, right? So as long as I have something that just kind of outlines what each hack is, because my brain is fried most of the time, and I'm not going to remember even a short little list of 5 or 6 items most days or evenings, especially if I'm filming in the evening, forget about it. But I do know what the story is, right? The easiest thing to remember is the truth. And if you are your true, genuine self when you create these videos, the views will come, the clicks will come, the subscribers will come. You need to remember what the end goal is. And the end goal is, for you, it might be a creative outlet. It might be a financial stability or financial freedom. It may be just the ability to work remotely so that you can travel and do things that you love, or maybe even spend more time with your family if you have a family. If you're solo and you're going on this journey by yourself, maybe it frees up your time to be able to explore other hobbies or maybe even start other channels. So there's so many doors that open, and the main takeaway with this item number 4 is sometimes it's okay to just talk into the camera. Now, I don't want to ramble, and I'll probably edit some things out, but you don't have to do completely tight editing either, which if you watched my video on the top 9 contradictions that you'll find on YouTube and how YouTube gurus are lying to you, I address those. And I think in the future, I'll probably expand on each one of those and do a separate video, but I just wanted to cover those items with you and just kind of briefly go through the hacks that I've found that either work or don't work, so that you can have a smoother journey than I have had. And like I always say, there is plenty to go around. There are so many people on YouTube. There is something for everyone, and I promise you, there are enough YouTubers and views and clicks and subscribers to go around. You don't have to take subscribers from someone else in order to be successful. And so that's how I see it. As I find success, all I want to do is share it with you and hope that you find the same freedom and success that I am finding. The next one is engagement tricks. So these little hacks are little things like asking a question in your description. You do read those, right? So asking questions maybe in the video, having little text pop-ups in your video, and that takes very limited editing expertise. It's not really anything that you can't figure out. I have fumbled through CapCut. I have fumbled through Canva and Adobe Express. I've fumbled through all of these. Replying to comments, that is also another engagement hack, but it's not just a hack, it's a way to build engagement and community, because especially for small YouTube channels and smaller content creators, that back and forth, the answering the comments, the posing questions, and just having conversations. This entire platform is about you, right? It's called YouTube. So being able to have those interactions and those conversations is really important to building not just your channel, but building your audience, building your subscriber base, and eventually building an authentic brand. And chances are you are going to be the brand. So what better way than to figure out what draws people than to engage with them? And a lot of times the easiest way to do that, and especially on platforms like YouTube, is to have conversations in the comment section. The real deal is none of the hacks matter, and your channel won't be successful if you hate your own videos. So do something that you love. Make sure you like what you're putting out there, because after all, you're putting it on the interwebs, right? It's going on the internet, the World Wide Web, and that's it. You set it free and it's never coming back to you. It's out there. So make sure you're happy with what you're putting out there. Now, I don't mean you are striving for perfection and, maybe you're not clean shaven, or, your mascara isn't perfect that day, or, that's not what I'm talking about. I mean, genuinely like the substance of your videos. And when you put them out there and they go out into the ether with this positive energy, and it's something that you can really be proud of, then that's the real cheat code, right? It doesn't matter how many likes or views or subscribers you get at that point, but I promise you, you will get them. You will get them. And, like they say, if you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. Well, If you put videos out that you're proud of and offer something to the community, the views will follow, the likes will follow, the subscribers will follow. So just trust your heart, trust your gut, and that's the real hack. That's the cheat code. I hope you enjoyed this video. These were some of the, I think we got to 5 hacks that I have found, that I have stumbled through, what has worked, why it has worked. And even if you get one takeaway from this video, then I am happy with that. And I hope you leave a comment. Let me know what you have found on YouTube that you consider a hack, or something you've tried that either worked or didn't work. And I look forward to hearing from you and having some conversations. Till next time, peace and love.